In a time long ago, in a small Yoruba village, nestled beneath the towering Olumo-rock, there was a great disturbance. The skies were filled with dark clouds, and the sounds of drums echoed in the distance. The village, once peaceful, was in a state of turmoil. The villagers were fleeing to safety as invaders approached. Women, children, and the elderly hurried through the muddy paths, while the young warriors of the village stood tall, preparing to defend their home. Among them was Adebayo, a young, fierce warrior ready to protect the village at all costs. As the villagers scattered, one thing was clear: the legend of Olumo-rock would soon become their shield. Amidst the chaos, the elders of the village gathered before the mighty Olumo-rock, a natural wonder that has stood as a silent guardian for centuries. The towering rock, with its crevices, and hidden caves, had always been a part of the village history. As they stood before it, a sense of awe filled the air. Young and old alike, they marveled at the rock's sheer size and mysterious beauty. Little did they know, it was not just a rock, it was a sacred symbol of hope, strength, and protection. The rock had been there for generations, offering sanctuary to those who sought refuge and providing answers to the question of the past. Life atop Olumo-rock was simple yet full of purpose. The villagers who sought refuge on the rock, including families like Kikelamos, built their homes within its caves. The warmth of the fire and the laughter of children echoed through the rocky walls. The women with their bright patterned gowns and head wraps went about their daily task, preparing meals from the crops grown around the rock. The men, warriors, and farmers alike carved out a living protected by the rock's mighty presence. It was here that the village found solace, where every stone and every crack told a story of survival and strength. One evening, as the full moon bathed Olumo-rock in its soft light, a young hunter named Adeyemi stood on the summit, staring into a glowing crevice deep within the rock. The air was still, and the only sound was the rustling of leaves and the wind. The rock seemed to pulse with life, and in that moment, Adeyemi felt a strange pull. As he ventured closer to the glowing crevice, ancient symbols began to appear on the rock's surface, as if revealing a hidden power. It was a moment of divine revelation, one that would change the course of the village's destiny forever. Despite the peace Olumo-rock had brought, not everyone in the village agreed on how things should be. Adebayo, a young warrior with a fiery spirit, disagreed with the elders on how to handle the growing tensions with neighboring tribes. He wanted more action, more force, while the elders called for wisdom and diplomacy. Standing before the village elders, his frustration was evident, but in that moment of tension, the elders shared a quiet wisdom. Olumo-rock had withstood centuries of storms and strife. It was a reminder that sometimes patience and unity are the greatest forces of all. Today, Olumo-rock stands as a symbol of resilience and pride for the Egba people. Tourists from all over the world come to see the towering rock, exploring the caves and witnessing the beauty that has stood the test of time. Guides wearing the traditional attire of their ancestors lead groups of visitors sharing the rich history of the rock and the village's past. Some climb the rock sheep steps, while others take photographs, marveling at the incredible view. The legend of Olumo-rock is not just a story of the past. It is a living legacy, one that continues to inspire and protect. Olumo-rock is not just a place of refuge, it is also a place of challenges. Olumo, a spirited young girl and her friends, love to climb the rock's steep slopes, testing their courage and strength. One day, Folu, a mischievous boy, slipped while trying to scale a particularly tricky part of the rock. As he dangled from a branch, the others laughed, and it was clear that the rock had a way of testing those who dared to climb it. It was a rite of passage for the village youth, a way of proving their bravery and connection to the ancient spirit of the rock. As tensions between the villagers and the neighboring tribes grew, a debate raged within a village itself. Adebayo, with his fiery temper, argued fiercely with the elders who believed in a more peaceful approach. Standing before the council, Adebayo's voice echoed through the gathered crowd, but the elders remained calm, knowing that the wisdom of Olumo-rock was far older than any one man's anger. The rock had seen countless leaders come and go, yet it stood firm, unshaken by the storm. The village needed to find a way to unite, to embrace the lessons of the past, and trust in the strength that had always guided them. As Adeyemi stood atop Olumo-rock, he felt the presence of something greater than himself. The glowing crevice beneath him seemed to beckon, and he stepped closer, drawn by an unseen force. The air grew thick with the scent of incense, and the symbols on the rock surface began to glow, even brighter. In that moment, Adeyemi realized that the rock held secret far beyond what the village had ever knew. It was a divine power, a connection to the ancestors, and it was up to him to unlock its mysteries and protect the village from the dangers that loomed. Amidst those challenges and uncertainties, the village came together to celebrate the spirit of unity. The air was filled with the rhythmic beats of drums, and the joyful laughter of children echoed through the village. Women in bright, colorful agbadats danced in the music, while men sang praises of their ancestors. The whole community gathered beneath the shadow of Olumo-rock, where they celebrated their strength, their unity, and their shared history. It was a reminder that no matter the trials they faced, the spirit of the village and of Olumo-rock would always guide them forward. Today, Olumo-rock continues to stand tall, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Agba people. Tourists from all over the world visit, climbing the rock's steep steps, marveling at the views and learning the rich history that it holds. The village has grown, but the legend of Olumo-rock remains unchanged. It stands as a living symbol of strength, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between the people and their land. The rock has witnessed the past. The rock has witnessed the past, and it will continue to shape the future. Now, as the sun sets over Olumo-rock, the village elder, sits at its summit surrounded by her grandchildren. With the soft glow of evening, sun casting long shadows, she shared stories of the past, stories of their ancestors, of the trials and triumphs that shaped their world. The children listened intently, captivated by the wisdom passed down through generations. The spirit of Olumo-rock lives on in them, reminding them that no matter where they go, the strength of their ancestors will always guide them.
mo ń lọ sábẹ́ òkúta mo fẹ́ lọ rí ọmọ Ṣóyínká.